Okay, let's see. I hope this is working. I am on a desktop and I can't tell if. Okay! This worked! Awesome! Dude, I've been trying to figure out how to do this. So, I don't have data on my. Well, I have data, but like, I don't have Wi Fi, so I can't really do live streams on my phone. So, I'm doing it on the computer. There's like an extension that you can use to do that. So, yeah. Hello! Hola! How is everyone doing today? Hey Sadie! Hi Michael! Cool. Um, cool. So, I am going to rant about something. I just put this on Facebook, but I said I would do it on on here because I wanted to make sure I got both platforms, but I also wanted to see if I could save it. I wanted to make sure I could save it to Facebook so I could put it on YouTube eventually. So, someone asked me to talk about what to do if you don't feel like you're being yourself at the instrument. And number one, I say basically making sure that you can always ask yourself questions about the reasons why you feel certain ways at the instrument. Whether you feel like, oh, I'm being fake and I don't want to do this. Like, okay, why do you feel like you're being fake? What are you doing right now that makes you feel like you're being fake? What are you doing that is not true to what you want to do? Maybe you really hate the piece. Well, sorry. There's a lot of things where I played pieces that I really didn't like, and I was just like, man, I gotta learn this, and I don't like this. This is stupid. Um, and one of my teachers would be like, why do you feel that way? Ask yourself the reasons why. Like, well, I don't like atonal music. Why don't you like atonal music? Well, maybe it's not that you don't like it, you just don't prefer it, you know? Uh, okay, what's something, that kind of stuff. Or maybe you feel like the demands that are put on you are either too much or not what you want to be doing. Like, I don't know. Like, there's no way I could go through medical school because the demands are way too much for what I would want to put myself through. Like, I like music. I like the demands of music. Music demands that I do certain things, and I feel like I can do those certain things. Um, other things I no. Cool. Um, so yeah, asking yourself the questions about why do you feel certain ways about what you're doing. What about what you're doing is not what you prefer? How can you do a certain thing in a way that makes you feel better about it? Um, what about what you're doing is interesting? What about what you're doing is boring? Or what do you like? What do you not like? That kind of stuff. Um, and then I always circle back to whenever, especially now, whenever I go into learning anything new, um, I always have to make sure I'm asking, like, or reverting back to, okay, why do I like music in the first place? If what I'm doing does not represent why I like music, then I have to change something. Cool. If I'm just doing my job just to do the job, then I'm not being true to the reasons why I even wanted the job in the first place, you know? Um, which means I have to continually keep improving. And there's literally no limit to how much you can improve. And if you say you've hit your limit, then you might as well retire. Like everybody everybody can be more relaxed. Everybody can play more in tune. No matter how in tune you think you play, you can always be more in tune. There's like crazy violinists. Hillary Hahn, she still has to practice. She's doing these 100-day things, and she's still trying intonation. Like, come on, man. If Hillary Hahn's still practicing intonation, what makes the... Now I'm getting all like, Nate Smith, the most pocket person you could probably find, and he's still practicing and finding pocket. Like, what makes me think I can just take a seat back and not play with the metronome anymore? Come on! Yeah, so, I don't know. But that gets me all excited, because I'm like, oh, I can be as in tune or as in time as that person. And until I'm as in time as that person, like, I don't know. You know what I mean? It just makes me feel like, okay, I have something else I can achieve. And when I achieve that thing, then I look for the next person. And, by the time you get past, like, oh, I've hit all these benchmarks, like, then you start comparing yourself to people in different different, what do you call it? Occupations. Like I was saying on the, on Facebook, one of the things that I had to do to be more myself at the instrument was learn how to be more myself away from the instrument. Because I would just be like, I would be in certain situations and act a certain way because those situations demanded a certain version of Josh. Like, there was like, go to church Josh. And then there was like, go to school Josh. And then there was like, hang out with my friends at high school. Because I was like, yeah, high school. Like, So you kind of learn how to compartmentalize things to be the appropriate thing. That's kind of bad. And then you go to the instrument and it's like, okay, which version is appropriate for this? And then you're like confused. It's not the way to go. You want to be as yourself all the time. And that's scary because, like, how do you be the most yourself at work? Like, I do it. I'm all happy. It's like, I'm all like, hello, how's it going? Blah, 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 And, for the most, it's just, literally it's giving yourself the permission to be like, I really don't care what you think. I'm going to do this the way I want to do it. And there's a piece of arrogance in that, but also like, is it really arrogant to be yourself and be proud of who you are and put who you are out there? I wouldn't say it's like, I don't know. It's a balance. It's a balance, of course. You can't just go into a store and be like, y'all go. You can't just. There's appropriate and inappropriate. You know your audience. That's a whole thing. That just shows maturity. Blah. But at the very end of the day, like, if you're not being yourself, you're cutting a part of yourself off, which either could help you in certain situations or can put you in the right place. Because if you're being fake just to keep a job, you might be like hindering yourself from getting the thing you actually need. Cool. Wow. I wish I could save this. I'll make, hopefully it saves on the thing. But yeah, I don't, yeah, if you're being fake, I'm gonna make a video just for that. If you're being fake just to keep a job, you're probably cutting yourself off from something that actually you either need more than just that or something better. And I don't know, taking being having the faith and just, having the guts to be like, this isn't what I want to do. I'm gonna work this so that I can like figure out something else, like I'm gonna stay here as long as I need to, and only as long as I need to, until this, until I find what this is. So, unless you feel like what you're doing, I mean, not just, again, this is just, figuring this out in life and then putting it into the occupation, into the music, into the thing you want to do. Like, until you find how you want this to go, you're going to keep doing what you know how to do, or what what's that, until it shows you what what it's supposed to be. Like, I play the same 2 box, basically I play 4 box, and I play it the way I learned how to play it until I experience something else that informs it to do something different. So like, I don't know, I always do, I practice yoga, I do Feldenkrais technique, I study, master classes on YouTube, and when I learn something new, I apply it to what I'm doing, so that way it's not just the same thing. I've learned a new thing, so I need to apply that new thing so that it becomes better, you get what I'm saying? So you don't want to just be, okay, I got this, and this is comfortable, and I'll just do this. Like, I mean, you can, but if you don't feel fulfilled, that's essentially what it is. If you don't feel fulfilled doing the thing, then allow yourself the freedom to diverge from just doing that same thing, you get what I'm saying? I don't know why I keep talking about jobs, but like, essentially, you're just doing the job, and as you get, you're looking for a raise. If you're looking for a raise at your job, then what are the ways people get raises at the job? Maybe it's like performance. So you're like, okay, I'm only given these amount of hours, but how do I do these hours in a way that pushes me forward? Same thing when I was doing when I was at home for a year. I only had 2 hours to practice. Like, how do I make those 2 hours the most efficient 2 hours so that I can still play the audition? If you only have 2 hours for 4 days, and you have like 10 instruments to do, and you only have access to 2 instruments for 3 of those 4 days, like, that's probably the worst. But like, how do you do that? You have to find a way to do it, and with that kind of determination, you'll find a way. Like, it's cliche, but where there's a will, there's a way. Like, they're not lying. You will find a way. If you want it bad enough, you will find a way. And that's something that was kind of ingrained in me as a kid. Because, we had Michael Jordan, like, I don't know. My dad was really into Michael Jordan. We had like the videos and stuff, and just watching him like go like he was like, yeah, they didn't pick me in whatever school, so I was like, I'm gonna prove them wrong. And then, like, I think he was third pick or something. I don't know. I can't remember. I saw the documentary a while ago. He was either second or third pick, and the Bulls picked him. I guess they had third pick or something. Y'all know this. I don't know. I don't know sports that well anyway. But like, just to see like he was just a workhorse, and he really he played basketball with the flu and won the game basically. Like, he's like, I just really wanted it really bad. People ask me, like, how did you go from major surgery to playing a concerto, like, basically 3 months, going back to work 3 months after your major surgery and doing, the job. Like, yeah, I went back. Not everything was perfect, but I was just like, I have to go back because I just want it really bad. I don't care if I mess up a chart or something. Like, I'm back at work because I just want to. I just want it. Like, it's just, I don't know. Now I'm talking about other things, but like, but back to my thing. If you don't feel like you're if you feel like you're portraying, that's the thing. If you feel like you're portraying yourself by doing something, then you got to change what you're doing, because just staying there. Jim Carrey said this about his dad. His dad was doing the job because he knew he could be secure in that job, and it wasn't what he wanted to do. Um, that being said, if that's something where you're literally forced to do that. I don't know why why am I talking about this, man? If you're forced to do that thing in order to survive, you got to find something that you're passionate about to do on the side. Because if you're just stuck here doing 9 to 5 and that's all you're doing, you're just, man, I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, like, one of the things I would do is, like, I would support somebody on YouTube. There was a while where I was, like, supporting the Angry Joe Show, because I could tell this guy was really passionate about video games, and he had something special, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch this guy, and I'm going to watch him do that, And at the same time, I'm, like, playing pad or whatever. I don't know. It's just find something you're passionate about. And if it's not at the job, it has to be somewhere else. And it really is a thing. If you're lucky enough to find a job where you're literally doing what you're passionate about, and you don't have to, like, do something on the side, like, you're a fortunate person. And within that, you can still, I don't know, as many horrible things as, I don't know, like, maybe I'm just one of those people who can find, like, joy in anything, and that's really odd for some people, because, like, how do you find joy in, like, I don't know, some of the worst things that have ever happened to me? Like, I don't know. Like, life's too short anyway. So if I can make the most of the times that I have, I don't know I'm getting off topic, man. um, yeah. All that to say, if you feel like you're being fake at the instrument, ask yourself questions about why you feel that way. And the more you answer, the more you figure it out. For me, it was like, why can't I play these triple stroke roughs? I'm doing all the things. Like, maybe I'm not comfortable playing soft, so I start practicing soft. Okay, I'm more comfortable with playing soft, but I'm still uncomfortable. Why am I uncomfortable? Okay, maybe it's the duples. Okay, I work on doubles. Okay, I'm better at doing doubles, but why am I still uncomfortable? Okay, maybe it's my stance. Okay, the stance is better, but why? It's like you start dissecting why you're, like, not feeling comfortable, like, or all that stuff. Like, oh man, I don't know, but my hands feel weird. but I'm relaxed. Like, oh wait, it's the sticks. Okay, now I have the right sticks. I'm still not feel like everything's working basic. But it could be better. Why could it be better? Maybe it's the way I'm breathing. Okay, so now the breathing's better. Okay, now you just find until finally you get like, okay, it's working, but like this is the thing about this is the thing about being human in general. Like things are working, but it could always be better. And being okay that it could always be better. No matter how good it is, you can be okay with like, yeah, that's good enough. And finding where your good enough is, it's like, hi mom. I love my mom. Yeah, finding what good enough is, and what you're okay with. Like, I'm okay with it being this good. Cool. And again, you have with music, you have specifically with auditions, you have standards to meet. So until it meets those standards, you can't expect to, do or get accepted to or whatever, So you need to figure out what those standards are and how to get up to those standards. Whether it's like how much practice you need to do, how in tune you have to be, how in time you have to be, what kind of sounds you need to make, the equipment, what kind of equipment you need to, propel you into those standards or to make it easy to get there. If you're fighting your instrument, then like that's one thing. For the longest time, because I didn't know how to like, I don't even know. I didn't have the correct, I had decent sticks, but I was fighting the sticks a lot to do what I needed it to do. I could do everything, but for the longest time I was fighting my sticks until I finally got one pair of sticks that actually did everything. I really lucked out on these sticks. These sticks do everything. And these are like the 87th pair. Like, I knew this brand of stick, the Freer Generals, the brand of stick was correct. But I hadn't found the right version of the brand of stick. Because it's the same thing. It's all shaped the same, but the wood's always different. Because that's wood. It's organic. It's always going to be different. So yeah, you just keep searching until you find that thing. And it gets really annoying. And be okay with it being annoying. It's going to be annoying. It's going to be frustrating. Like, I get mad all the time. I'm just like, man. And especially when I know, when I find something else I need to work on, and I know exactly what I need to do to make it feel natural. And I'm just like, man, this is going to take a month. I'm going to be annoyed for the next 30 days. And on 31, it's going to feel natural. I'll be annoyed up until then. Or impatient, or whatever, And it gets really frustrating when you finally find something better than what you had previously, and you're like, man, I gotta relearn all this stuff now? Like, yeah. Yes, you do. Get mad about it for a little bit, and then do it. Like, I'm relearning how to play my Bach for the 97th time because I learned something different about my body. I learned something different about how I'm holding the sticks. I changed my entire 4-mallet grip, basically. And now I gotta learn all my Bachs over again. Yes. Get mad for a little bit and then do it. Is finding sticks that match each other perfect basically impossible? You can get close. Normally they come from the same dowel rod. So they'll at least be basically the same weight. But yeah, perfectly match? No, they won't. Yeah, it's like it's like twins. It's literally like twins. Like they're built the same basically, but they have different fingerprints. It's like it's one of those things. And I think that's Um, that's one of the beauties of anything we create. Like, I literally think there aren't two exact things anywhere. Like, even, you know, I don't know. It's like, unless we make things from the exact same, I don't know. Reverting back to the original thing, like, if you don't feel like you're being yourself at the instrument, you're literally not playing music, because music is you expressing you within the piece. If you're not expressing you within the piece, then you're not playing music properly. I mean, you're playing notes, you're making sound, you're phrasing, you're doing crescendos and articulations, but you're not playing music. It's like making an android. You have all the things, it can think, it can, have the appropriate response, but it doesn't have a soul. It's not data. Like, I don't know. So, yeah. Rant over. I'm gonna get food. I need food after that. Wow. Okay, well, I'm glad this worked out. I'm gonna have to do another one of these on here. Glad it worked out. Hopefully, it'll save on the Instagram. So, yeah. Um, and I'll have to do this when I go home. This website's called Loola, Loola. So, yeah, it literally is transmitting to Instagram and my YouTube channel right now. So that's cool. Um, which means I could probably do like, which would be cool if I can save this. So I'm gonna see if I can save it. But yeah, I love you, Mom. My mom's the best. Um, but yeah, if you're just joining, I'm about to go off and go get food. But please watch from the beginning. I think it's really important. Well, I mean, I don't know. Yes, it's important. It's important. Um, so I hope this helped, and I'll have to do more of these. But yeah. Okay. Everybody have a great day, and I'll see you.